Dear learners, welcome to this session. The title of today's discussion is Patterns of Tribal Social System. In this session, I will talk about family as a unit of tribal social system, and I will also discuss the patterns of tribal social system. But before beginning the topic, let me first discuss what we learned in the previous session. In the previous session, I had discussed some of the basic units of tribal social system, that is clan and lineage. The clan is an important part of tribal social system. It is defined as an exogamous division of a tribe, the members of which are held to be related to one another by some common ties, maybe belief in descent from common ancestor, possession of a common totem, or inhabitation of a common territory. Clan can be observed on the basis of their extension and expansion. It can be calculated as conical clan, dispersed clan, territorial clan, and local cognatic descent groups which function as a clan. Lineage is group of families having a common ancestor. It is enumerated in terms of matrilineal and patrilineal lineages descent groups. In some cases, lineage groups are classified into two types based on the phase of settling of their members in a village, namely the lineages of original settlers, that is the dominant lineage, and the lineages of the late comers or tenants, that is the subordinate lineage. Let us now discuss the concept of family as a primary social group. Family is a standard social unit which is found in almost all societies in one form or the other. There may be some variation in the form and basis of family groupings from time to time and from place to place. However, as a basic social group, the concept of family has existed in all societies at all times. Several definitions of family indicate it as an association between two people made under the institution of marriage. It consists of husband, wife, their child or children. Usually all members of a family share a common living space and cooperate in the upbringing of children and other economic activities. Some families are joint families and includes parents, in-laws and spouses of sons and daughters. Family has its own functions and forms in different communities. According to Radcliffe Brown, family includes a husband and wife with their child or children. Lowy defines family as a trait that at once distinguishes it from lineages and kins. The death of either the husband or the wife destroys the family. The marriage of a son or daughter alters its constitution. Everywhere human beings live in households. Now, most of the tribes live in ideal household in which two or more married couples and their children live together. Men and women take collective responsibility in order to take care of their offspring as well as take collective responsibility in the physical proximity of their living arrangements. Therefore, a household is the residential form of family. The distribution of household types across different tribes will give forms to the family. According to George Peter Murdoch, a family is a social group characterized by common residence, economic cooperation and reproduction. It includes adults of both genders, at least two of whom maintain a socially approved sexual relationship, and one or more children, own or adopted, of the sexually inhabiting adults. To understand the importance of family, ethnographers have visited and stayed with the family in their homes or household. It has been observed that the family is an ethno-scientifically derived construct and can be mapped on to the criteria of descent, affinity and consanguinity. Further, it may be said that the family is the minimum social unit which cooperates in production and distribution. Responsibilities are allocated according to age. The term household should be carefully understood in the context of family whose shape is derived culturally. There are several important characteristics of family. A family is the fundamental instrumental foundation of the larger social design. Some version of family as a type of social organization exists everywhere. Another quality of family is all the individual members participate in the family activities. So, every member of the family is duty bound to assume a direct role or responsibility in the family. Family acts as a source of force on an individual to adjust to work or with the need. Family is the functional unit for all such purposes as reproduction, socialization, social control, social order, economy and so on. Let us now discuss some of the family forms in regional basis. In northwestern Himalaya, the families of Gujars, who are mostly Muslims, are patrilineal. Similarly, the families of Gaddis, who are Hindus, and of the Bangwals of Jammu Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh are patrilineal. The Khasas of Uttar Pradesh practice polyandry and are of the patrilineal type. In the northeastern Himalaya, the Garos and the Khasis are matrilineal people. They get the motherhood and claim descent from a common ancestress or mother. Among the Mikirs, children belong to the father's kur or clan and the sons inherit the property. They are generally monogamous, but persons in power can adopt. The Mizos are patriarchal in nature and according to their customary law, the youngest son inherits the property. The Dasama Kacharis practice the rule of double descent, that is, son descends on the father line and the daughter on the mother line. The major tribes like the Santhal, Munda, Oraon, Ho, Gond, Bhil, Kol, Kharia and Bhumiji are all patrilocal, patrilineal, patriarchal and patronymic. Let us now understand these terms. Patrilocal relates to a pattern of marriage in which the couple settles in the husband's home or community. Patrilineal is based on relationship to the father or descent through the male line. Patriarchal denotes a system of society which is controlled by men. A patronymic or patronym is a component of a personal name based on the given name of one's father, grandfather or an earlier male ancestor. So, the major tribes like the Santal, Munda, Oraon, Ho, Gond, Bhil, Kol, Kharia and Bhumiji are all patrilocal, patrilineal, patriarchal and patronymic. they are also monogamous in nature with monogamous in general with nuclear family. At the same time, joint and extended families are prevalent among them. The minor tribes like the Birhor, Korwa and Pahadia are also follow the same as the major tribe structure. In Odisha, the major tribes like the Khond and Savara believe in patriarchal type of family. The tribal families in western India are also patriarchal in nature. The Bhils, the most famous tribe, practice more or less complete Hindu law of inheritance and succession with father as the priest or the supreme. The family among the Meenas, Mahadev Kolis, Warlis, Koknes, Thakurs, Kotodis, Koli Malhars, Koli Dhors, Dublas, Gamits are patriarchal in nature. So, matrilineal families are based on kinship with the mother or the female line, and patrilineal families are on relationship to the father or descent through the male line. We can find both patriarchal and matriarchal family forms in South India tribes. The Kurichian, Kunduvadians and Malayors are matrilineal. It is also found that many tribes have no clear rule of inheritance in terms of property. There are some tribes with intermixture of patriarchy and matriarchy. For example, Kadars, Irulas, Pulians have intermixture of patriarchy and matriarchy. However, the Nicobaris by rule are in patriarchy, and after marriage the two parties reach a decision in this regard after considering the number of members in each family. If the girl's family members are less in number and the boy decides with the consent of elders to reside with the girl's family, he loses his share in his family property and acquires a full share in the girl's family. Let us see some of the patterns of tribal social systems. The social nature of tribals are living together in a group and effectively carrying out the various activities for common existence by sharing in common activities under the bonds of relationship. Each tribe has their own structure and organization. They form a small community of their own. In particular territory, their relations are direct and intimate. According to T.C. Das, tribal organization in India reveals 7 types. They are classified on the basis of the difference in the types of spheres or fruits. They are as follows: family local group tribe, families clans tribe, families moieties tribe, families clans phratries tribe, families clans phratries moieties tribe. The 6th type is families clans subtribe tribe, and the 7th division is families subclans orthogamous clans or selected clans tribe. But Dubey opines that in India, tribal design consists of family, then clan, phratry, and finally tribe. The minimum sphere of an Indian tribal design will include in itself 4 spheres, that is, individual forming families, families forming clan or local group, and clans forming the tribe. No attempt is made in order to know the tribal design in context to their specific social life in India. A broad typology of the tribal design from a single person, individual, family, clan or local group and tribe might be evolved in different forms in its ascending order. The smallest unit is the individual who forms the minimum or the smallest group like family or household. These smaller groups are combined into a larger one through several levels of incorporation. The total understanding might be drawn something like this. A number of individuals are joined in families or households, families in lineages, lineages in subclans or sublocal groups, subclans or village or local groups, clans in phratries or territorial groups, phratries in moieties, moieties in subtribes, and finally subtribes making up the tribe. On the other hand, an arbitrary or generic term is used to denote a group of tribes living in a certain territory. All the tribes occupying the same geographic region are called by outsiders by the same common term. The majority of the tribes of India fall into these minimum categories, that is, individual, families, clans, tribe. The concentration of tribes found in 4 major geographical areas or zones. They are the north, northeastern zone, the central zone, the western zone, the southern zone, and the tribes of Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. Let us now discuss the tribes in northeastern zone. This zone includes the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, Tripura, and the Himalayan belt of Himachal Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, besides Darjeeling districts of West Bengal. The tribes of this group belong to the Mongoloid race. Mongoloid is an outdated historical grouping of various groups of people indigenous to East Asia, Central Asia, Southeast Asia, North Asia, Polynesia, and the Americas. Their usage is now generally considered outdated and sometimes offensive. The tribes like the Naga, the Garo, the Khasi, the Lepcha, the Bhutia, the Lushes are living in this zone. Traditionally, they are shift cultivators, especially the Naga tribes. They weave their own cloth while they grow cotton along with rice and millet. They also trade in wool, salt, sugar, and other merchandise in India and Tibet. Shifting cultivation is a form of agriculture in which an area of ground is cleared of vegetation and cultivated for a few years and then abandoned for a new area until its fertility has been naturally restored. Let us now discuss tribes in the central zone. This zone includes the states of West Bengal, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, North and Central Gujarat, Maharashtra and Orissa. The maximum concentrations of tribals found in these regions are the Khond, the Bhumiji, the Bhuiya, the Munda, the Orao, the Ho and Birhor, and the Kol and the Bhil. Their main occupation is shifting cultivation, hunting and food gathering. Let us now discuss the tribes in the western zone. The western zone includes western Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Dadar and Nagar Haveli, and Goa, Daman and Diu. This zone has its own important tribes, which include the Dubla, the Bhil and the Varli, the Dhodia, the Bharia and the Mina. Except for the tribes like the Bhil and the Varli, who live in isolation, rest of them live in villages along with non-tribal population. Their main occupation is shifting cultivation, hunting and weaving. Now coming to the tribes in the southern zone. The tribes in this zone belong to most primitive and backward among the tribes in India. Generally, the tribes live in this area are small. Tamil literature of Sangam period has a reference that they are the earliest inhabitants living in India. They have common characteristics in general and live in separate geographical areas. In this zone, the tribes live in different geographical areas within the southern zone. They are tribes of erstwhile Travancore and Cochin states, tribes of Wayanad, tribes of South Kanara and Coorg Hills, the tribes of the Deccan region of Andhra Pradesh, the tribes of the Andhra Pradesh and the tribes of the Nilgiris. Let us discuss the tribes of erstwhile Travancore and Cochin states. Travancore refers to the region under the erstwhile kingdom of Travancore in southern India. It was stretched over the states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. South Travancore comprised of Trivandrum district of Kerala and the Kanyakumari district of Tamil Nadu. The tribes live in the forests and hill ranges of the Western Ghats. They are the most primitive tribes of India. The main tribes in this region are the Kadar, the Kanikar, the Malay Pandaram, the Muduvan, the Mannan and the Ulladan. They are mostly food gatherers, hunters and shift cultivators. Some of them also work as laborers in office and rubber estates. They are still depending upon forests for their survival and livelihood. Let us discuss the tribes of Wayanad. The Wayanad is a part of the Nilgiris plateau. The eastern half of the Wayanad is spread to the Nilgiris and Coorg and is inhabited by the Canary speaking tribes. The western half is inhabited by the Malayalam speaking tribes. The Kuricha is one of the most important tribes in this area. They have their own land and their main occupation is agriculture. They follow a very rigid matrilineal system. They divide their territory into several nads and there is a headman for each nad. The headman of each nad along with council of elders settles community dispute. They are very orthodox in customs and traditions. For example, they do not take food touched by other castes or tribes. The Kurumbas of this area are divided into two groups. They are the Mulla Kurumba and the Urali Kurumba. Their main occupation is agriculture. They practice both wet paddy cultivation and shifting cultivation on the hill slopes. The Urali Kurumba tribals are artisans and usually they are skilled blacksmiths, carpenters, potters and basket makers. Now let us discuss the tribes of South Kanara and Coorg Hills. This area is located in Mysore state. The tribes of this area are the Yarava, the Koraga, the Sholaga, the Marathi, the Kurumba, the Kuruman, the Kudiyaur Melakudu, the Paliyan and the Meda. Their main occupation is shifting cultivation along with hunting and food gathering. They speak a language of both Tulu and Canaries. Most of them now are basket makers and agricultural laborers. Let us discuss the tribes of the Deccan region of Andhra Pradesh. These area tribes are the Andh, the Chenchu, the Gond, the Naipod and the Rajgond, the Kolam, the Paradhan, the Yerukula and the Sugali. These tribes inhabit the Nallamalai hills across the Krishna river. They are food gathering tribes. They are living in the hilly tracts of Nellore, Guntur, Krishna and Chittoor districts of Andhra Pradesh. The forest and mountain ranges, straits of the East Godavari and Vishakhapatnam districts of Andhra Pradesh are declared as scheduled tribes area of the state. In this territory, about 20 tribes are living. They speak Dravidian or Mundari dialects. These tribes have a better level of economic and technological development than other tribes of Indian peninsula. Some of the important tribes belonging to these areas are the Kond, the Koya and the Konda Reddy. The Savara are found in Vishakhapatnam in the neighboring areas of Orissa. They are good in cultivation of rice. The Gadaba tribe belongs to the Mundari branch. Their main occupation is agriculture and also they supplement their food by hunting and fishing. The Gadaba women devote to weaving and dyeing of cloth. The Kod tribes are one of the largest Dravidian speaking tribes. They practice human sacrifice for conducting agriculture and war rituals in earlier times. Now let us discuss the tribes of the Nilgiris. The Badaga, the Kota and the Toda are the tribes belonging to this area. They are very less in number. This region has been attracted for research by social workers than most of the other tribes of India due to the rituals concerning sacredness, marriage regulations such as fraternal polyandry. These are the factors which attracted the research scholars. The main occupation of these tribes are herdmen, blacksmiths, carpenters and potters. They also act as a professional musician for the tribes of this area. The Badaga on the other hand is a tribe engaged in agricultural work. At present they are no more treated as scheduled tribes in Tamil Nadu because they have achieved a high level of development with the local population. Apart from the above discussed tribes, a few other tribes are found in Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands. These tribes are Onge of the Little Andaman, the Jarawa of South Andaman and the Sentinelese of North Sentinel Island. They are considered among the most primitive tribes. There are more than 530 with many overlapping types in more than one state as per notified schedule under Article 342 of the Constitution of India in different states and union territories of the country. To conclude, it can be said that family is the primary institution which has its own functions and forms in different communities. In tribal families, both men and women take collective responsibility in order to take care of their offspring as well as take collective responsibility in the physical proximity of their living arrangements. In today's discussion, we have discussed family as a social unit of tribal life. There are different forms of family in tribal society, but the forms can be categorized on three ways, namely on its condition, on its marital ties and on its compositional types. Patterns of tribal social systems discusses about the 7 types of tribes as classified by Das. Further, we discussed about the various zonal dimensions of tribes such as North, Northeastern, Central, Western, Southern and the tribes of Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands. Thus, we have discussed in detail the tribal social systems. Dear learners, I hope you have understood family as a unit of tribal social system. I have also explained in detail the patterns of tribal social system in various parts of the country. Thank you.